The courtroom is not just a place for legal matters anymore. It has turned into a battlefield, and Kirk Frost has won. But this is not only about legal papers. This is the final and biggest shock for Jasmine. After months of heated fights, serious accusations, and complete chaos, it looks like she may have to start packing her bags. Everything in her life is falling apart right now. The big question is, what will happen next? Did Kirk just destroy her whole future with this one move? And how is Rashida reacting to all of this? Many people are saying this is not over yet, and they might be right. Get ready, because we are going to look at all the shocking details of one of the most intense court battles ever. When the judge read the final decision, Jasmine's face turned pale. Kirk is making sure she faces full punishment for what she did to his home. This is not just a small fight or some reality TV drama. This is a very serious legal fight, and the risk could not be any higher. Jasmine thought she could escape the results of her actions, but now she is facing a very tough reality. Jasmine thought she could create trouble in Kirk's life and face no punishment. It looks like she forgot who she was dealing with. Let us go back a little. She was full of anger and frustration, and then she did something shocking. She went straight to Kirk's house and caused a huge scene. And by attack, we do not mean a few angry words or text messages. No. Witnesses said she arrived like she was ready for a fight, banging on doors and shouting as loud as she could, demanding to see Kirk. People in the neighborhood watched in shock as she tried to break in, creating a big mess in front of everyone. But this time, no cameras were rolling. The consequences were going to be real, and Kirk quickly called the police to make sure everything was recorded properly. It is important to know that Kirk had been dealing with Jasmine's drama for many years. This was not just one sudden moment of anger, it was the final limit. He was not going to let her continue to ruin his name, and even more important, he was not going to let her interfere in his life anymore. Kirk was not going to let Jasmine create problems in his family life anymore. So what did he do? He fought back with full force. First, he went to court and got a restraining order against her. This means she is now legally not allowed to go near him or his family. But Kirk did not stop there. He took things even further and filed a big lawsuit against her. He is making sure she pays for everything she has done, including harassment, trespassing, damaging his property, and even causing emotional stress. Now, let us talk about the proof. Sources say Kirk was fully ready for this. Security cameras recorded everything that night, from the loud threats to her desperate attempts to break into his house. His legal team is using this strong evidence to make sure she does not escape punishment. This is not just talk. This is real proof that could completely ruin Jasmine in court. And if you think Kirk's lawyers are being soft on her, you are wrong. They are fighting to get the worst punishment possible for her. If they win, Jasmine could face very serious consequences. But wait, where is Rashida in all of this? In all of this, one thing is very clear. Rashida has already gone through enough because of Kirk's past mistakes. But this time, she is making it very clear that she is standing with him. She is tired of Jasmine always showing up and making trouble. She is fed up with the gossip, the news, and the embarrassment. She has no patience left and wants Jasmine out of their lives forever. But things get even stranger because, according to people close to them, Rashida fully agrees with Kirk's decision to take legal action. In fact, she has been telling him to give his full effort to this lawsuit and make sure Jasmine faces the consequences. There are even talks that Rashida plans to end this matter for good. But Jasmine is trying to turn things around by saying that Kirk is the one who is harassing her. Some sources say she even has her own proof that she is ready to show in court. But the real question is, does she really have a strong case? Or is this just another way to stay in the spotlight? Because the truth is, Jasmine has a habit of creating drama. Whenever things start to calm down, she always finds a way to drag Kirk's name back into the mess. Kirk has really had enough of all of this. By now, the lawsuit is not only about what happened that night. It is about everything: the drama, the stress, and the mess Jasmine caused in his life. It is all reaching a breaking point, and this time, Kirk is making sure she faces the full consequences. Let us talk about what might happen if Kirk wins this case. First, Jasmine could face a huge financial penalty, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in damages. She could also be given a permanent restraining order, which would stop her from ever approaching Kirk, Rashida, or their home again. If the judge really wants to punish her, Jasmine might even end up in jail. This situation is not just about Kirk and Jasmine anymore. It is about their son, Cannon. If Kirk can prove that Jasmine is unstable and dangerous, it could change the custody arrangement. Kirk could end up with full custody of Cannon, completely removing Jasmine from his life. This is no longer just a fight between two people. It is a battle that could affect their child's future. There is no doubt that this case is just starting, and Kirk's legal team is getting ready for it. The whole world is watching to see how this battle will end, and Jasmine is about to realize that playing with fire has serious consequences. The court date is set, the evidence is ready, and you have not even heard the worst of it yet. Just when you think Jasmine cannot make things worse for herself, she does something that will leave everyone shocked. I promise you, you will not want to miss what happens next. If you thought Jasmine's drama had reached its highest point, then you are not prepared for what is coming. Just when Kirk Frost believed he had the upper hand in this fight, Jasmine made a move so reckless and chaotic that it might have ruined her life. Instead of trying to fix the mess she caused, she is making things even worse and acting like the victim. After that wild scene outside his house, after the police got involved, and after being hit with the lawsuit, she is still talking, and she is still out there causing trouble. Jasmine is playing the sympathy card as if her entire life depends on it, and the worst part is, she is taking everything very personally. According to reports, Jasmine has been reaching out to media outlets and blogs, trying to twist the story to make herself look like the victim. She is saying that Kirk has been mistreating her and claiming that he has been mentally and emotionally abusive towards her. As if that were not enough, she is hinting that she has even more secrets about Kirk that she is ready to reveal. We all know what happens when a messy situation is left in the hands of the internet. Rumors spread quickly. We all remember how this whole mess started. Kirk had an affair with Jasmine behind Rashida's back. A child came from it, and it nearly ended his marriage. So it is not like people are rushing to defend him. But here is the thing, Kirk is not going to defend himself. The blogs are having a lot of fun with this, and now people are arguing about whether Kirk is truly the bad guy in all of this. Kirk is not going to let Jasmine change the story and make herself seem like the real victim. He is making sure the truth comes out, and he has the proof to show it. You might remember the security footage that showed Jasmine outside his house, acting out of control. Now Kirk's team is working to make that footage public. If Jasmine wants to play the victim, Kirk is going to make sure everyone knows the real truth about her. Let us not forget the legal issues either. Kirk's lawyers are putting in a lot of effort to make sure they hit Jasmine where it hurts the most. They are bringing up all of her past mistakes to show that she is not mentally stable. They have plenty of material to work with because this is not the first time Jasmine has caused trouble. You all remember when she would show up at Rashida's store uninvited, trying to start a fight. Now Kirk's team is bringing all of that to court, and the judge is not going to be easy on Jasmine. From what we are hearing, Jasmine has even been posting cryptic messages that could make things worse for her. Jasmine has been posting messages on social media that hint at all kinds of drama just to get people to talk. And let us not forget the time she tried to act like the perfect mom, only for it to come out that she was not even spending regular time with her son, Cannon. Along with the financial penalties she will most likely face, there is a real chance she could end up in jail, especially with how this case is moving forward. Now let us talk about how Jasmine's finances will be greatly affected. One of the key parts of Kirk's lawsuit is emotional distress and damages. If the judge decides in Kirk's favor, Jasmine's financial situation could take a huge hit. While Kirk and Rashida run several businesses and have a steady income, Jasmine has been struggling. She has been trying to make it seem like she is living a fancy lifestyle, but the truth is, she is just barely getting by. This is why many believe that Jasmine could be forced to pay thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines. This entire situation is just making things worse for her. This situation is not just about Kirk. For Jasmine, it is about survival. She knows the lawsuit is coming, and she understands she is going to lose a lot. That is why she is desperately trying to change the story. She is running to blogs, threatening to expose Kirk, and trying to make people feel sorry for her. But honestly, who is really falling for it? Jasmine's past actions speak for themselves at this point. Now, she is acting like the victim because things are not going her way, but people are not buying it. If anything, this is only making her look worse. This is not just affecting Kirk and Jasmine, it is pulling Rashida back into drama that she never wanted. If you think Rashida will just sit back and let Jasmine continue to cause chaos, think again. Rumors say that Rashida is pushing Kirk to make sure Jasmine is legally, financially, and publicly shut down. Rashida is exhausted, and it is hard to blame her. After all, Kirk and Rashida have worked so hard to rebuild their marriage, and now they are dealing with all of this again. Kirk and Rashida have had to deal with years of scandals, constant criticism, and public embarrassment. After everything they went through, they finally reached a stable point in their lives. But now, Jasmine is trying to destroy everything. Again. Kirk is making sure she does not get another chance to ruin his life. The big question is, does Jasmine really have something on Kirk? Her recent actions suggest she may be hiding some big secrets. Could she have something that could hurt Kirk? Or is this just another attempt to stay in the public eye? Let us think about it. Let us face it. If Jasmine really had something on Kirk, she would have used it by now, especially since she keeps bringing it up and trying to use it as leverage. This is a big red flag that she is probably just bluffing. However, if, and this is a big if, she does have something serious on Kirk, things could get much messier. From what we are hearing, Kirk's legal team is confident that Jasmine does not have anything that could actually hurt Kirk in court. They are prepared to put an end to everything if she tries to bring up old rumors or make up new stories. So where does this leave Jasmine now? She is being sued, her money problems are getting worse, and the public is turning against her. The worst part is that this is only the start of her downfall. Believe me, what is coming next will destroy her completely. If you thought Jasmine was already in big trouble, just wait, because what is about to happen will break whatever little is left of her. After all the drama, the threats, and the media stunts, Jasmine truly thought she could control everything. So where does this leave Jasmine now? She is being sued, her money problems are getting worse, and the public is turning against her. The worst part is that this is only the start of her downfall. Believe me, what is coming next will destroy her completely. If you thought Jasmine was already in big trouble, just wait, because what is about to happen will break whatever little is left of her. After all the drama, the threats, and the media stunts, Jasmine truly thought she could control everything. Jasmine is in serious trouble, facing big consequences, including the possibility of a restraining order that would stop her from getting anywhere near Kirk and his family. This is real legal action, and if she does not handle it properly, she might end up in a situation where she cannot escape. But wait, it gets worse. While Kirk is dealing with things legally, Rashida is done playing nice. She has been quietly working behind the scenes to make sure Jasmine is completely shut down. For years, Rashida has kept calm, even when she had every reason to get angry. She stayed quiet, even though Jasmine kept causing problems. Rashida tried to be the bigger person when Kirk's affair came out, but now she has reached her limit. According to sources, she is making strong calls to people who can ensure Jasmine never gets another chance in the industry. Jasmine's small businesses, which she started to build her brand, are being targeted, and Rashida is making sure they disappear. Let's face it, Jasmine does not stand a chance. No one in the industry wants to work with someone who is always causing drama, getting sued, and making a fool of themselves online. Now Jasmine is starting to panic. She is not thinking about what will happen if Kirk and Rashida decide to fight back. Her options are running out, and her money situation is getting worse, with legal fees piling up. If she loses in court, she may have to pay a lot of money in damages. Let us be honest, Jasmine does not have that much money. On the other hand, Kirk and Rashida have successful businesses. Jasmine has been trying to stay in the spotlight by using social media and stirring up drama, but now everything is falling apart. Speaking of social media, people are really going after her now. She thought she could turn things around by using it, but it backfired quickly. Once the full story came out, people stopped feeling sorry for her. Instead, they started bringing up all her past messy behavior, reminding everyone this is not the first time she has tried to create drama. The general feeling is that Jasmine really messed up. Even those who once supported her are now saying she went too far. Let us be honest. Showing up at Kirk's house and trying to get the police involved just made everything worse. She brought this mess back into the public, and it looked pretty desperate. Now let us take a moment to talk about Kirk. He is doing well, even though Jasmine's life is falling apart. He has been staying quiet, focusing on his businesses, and letting his legal team take care of everything. Honestly, this is the best thing he could do, because the less he gets involved with Jasmine, the worse she looks. Kirk is just letting her ruin her own life, and the best part is that his reputation is actually improving. People are starting to see that maybe Kirk is not the bad guy this time. Maybe he was just trying to move on, and Jasmine was the one who could not let go. If that was not bad enough for Jasmine, she might have lost the one thing she truly cared about: Kirk. Jasmine thought she could control the situation by playing the victim, but it looks like things are slipping away from her. The more she tries to turn things in her favor, the more it backfires. People are starting to see through her actions, and the support she once had is beginning to fade. She used to have a strong bond with her son Cannon, but now that bond is at risk because Kirk is pushing for full custody. If he wins, Jasmine could lose the one thing she always used to keep a connection with him. The situation is affecting not only Kirk and Jasmine, but also her circle of friends. People are starting to step away from her because of the constant drama. At first, it seemed like Jasmine could manipulate her way out of everything. But now, as the truth comes out, she is facing the consequences of her actions. It seems like the more she tries to control the story, the more it slips away from her, and the damage she has caused may be irreversible. Jasmine thought she could come out on top, but instead, she has lost everything. Her reputation is ruined, her finances are in trouble, her legal problems are a complete mess, and her relationship with Kirk and Cannon is destroyed. The silence from the people who once supported her tells you everything. It shows just how far she has fallen. The lesson here is simple. Playing messy games often leads to big consequences. Jasmine thought she could do anything without facing consequences. Now she is learning the hard way. This drama might not go away, and the worst part is, she has no one to blame but herself. Kirk did not start this. If Jasmine does not find a way to fix it, she could lose everything forever. What do you think? Did Jasmine go too far? Can she move past this, or is this the end for her? Please share your thoughts with me because this drama is not over yet. If you thought it was crazy, just wait and see what happens next. Things are only going to get even more complicated. Do you think Jasmine can get through this, or is this the end for her? I would love to hear what you think, so please leave a comment below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you do not miss any updates about this crazy situation. Stay tuned because more details are coming soon, and the drama is far from over.